Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to also hit that bell so you will get a notification every time I upload. Thank y'all so much, and I hope y'all enjoy this video. Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you how I shape my nail, how I lay my acrylic, and also the spider gel design with the multicolor. So as you can see, I take my hand file and I hold it at a 90-degree angle straight up against that side wall. And then on the other side, I did mess up and held it at an angle, so it kind of made the nail curve. But I did go back and I fixed it. And then when I do the tip of the nail, I hold it downward. And then I hold my file as straight as I can. I usually place my finger like right at the tip so I can make sure it's straight. Some people hold their file up and like straight on it and then file up and down. I don't like doing that because the noise it makes, it irritates me. It's like nails on the chalkboard. I just can't take that noise. So once I get done shaping the nail, I go in and I take my nail file and I blend in the tip. Some people do this with the nail file. Sometimes I do it too. Recently, I found out that the nail file works a tad bit better than the drill and the 180 bit. So I will be doing the nail file more often. So I use Mia Secret for when I'm practicing. For my actual clients, I use Young Nail. And of course, y'all know y'all are supposed to prep the nail with either the protein bond, pH bond, or dehydrator primer, whichever you use. The acrylic that is in this absolute container is not absolute. It is actually a nude that I made. I do have a more darker nude, but I wanted a more lighter nude. So I just poured a little bit in this container and I added more clear to it to give it a lighter look. So as you can see, I always check to see how big my beads is before I place it, because how big it is determine where I'm going to place it. And I should have placed this a little further closer to the tip, but it's okay. And then I just guide it down as far as it would go, making sure my shape stays as straight as possible, making sure I clean my brush, always cleaning my sides. You just want to make sure that you are making sure you looking at the nail from every angle to make sure that it's not going to come out lumpy. And then I will go in and grab a smaller bead and place it at the very tip, and then I'll just sweep it backwards just so I won't have to go back and do the tip at the end. I like to save my cuticle for last, especially if I don't grab a big enough bead to do the one ball method. So I did the 3 ball method plus a little some to fill in some little areas. It's no really set beads, however you want to say it. Like, it's not a limit. You add as you need it. You don't need to be so concentrated on 1 bead, 2 beads, 3 beads. I mean, it comes with practice. A lot of nail techs are able to do just 1 whole bead and be done with it. I'm not that nail tech. And as you can see, I place my 3rd bead right before the cuticle, and then I push it up into the cuticle. This will prevent it running all in the cuticle. Then you got to continuously wipe wipe your cuticle area. You want to make sure that cuticle area stays clean. So when you go back and do your filing, you won't have to worry about filing so much that you end up leaving rings of fire on your client or your practice hand. As you can see, my practice hand cuticles are a little jacked up. Hey, I had to learn. So, and then I just go in with smaller beads and place them where they need to go. You see me turning and moving the hand every way, looking at it at different angles so I can make sure that I get everything for a nice application. So when it's time to file, I really don't have much to file. Wiping around my cuticles and cleaning off my brush. So once I got done, I took my nail file just to see if it'll dry that quick. I know it didn't, but you'll know if it's dry because if you take your nail file and you tap the nail, it'll make a clicking sound. If it doesn't, it's not completely dry. So I waited a little bit, came back, took it, and it made the clicking sound. So I went in with my file and I just kind of redefined my shape a little bit. Get those edges some more, and got the free edge some more, and yeah, just straighten up my shape. So now I am going to take my electric drill bit and I use Melody Susie. I love Melody Susie so much. I've had it about 6 months now. The battery life is amazing. I probably charge it once a month, and it'll most likely be, I don't leave it overnight because I just don't want anything to happen. So as soon as it's done charging, I take it off the charger. I'm using a fine drill bit, and I keep it on a 5 or a 6 when I'm going over the nail. I really don't use anything other than a fine drill bit. I used to use extra fine because I just was so cautious. I didn't want to cut anybody. I used to be horrible at using the electric file. Everything takes practice. This practice hand, it has helped me out with practicing like it's actually like an actual client with the cuticles and it looks like actual flesh. But when I'm going around my cuticle area, I go really slow and I make sure that the nail is dang near in my face because I do not want to cut anybody. I don't like that feeling because I've been that person who used to go to get her nails done every week, and every week I used to get cut. It never failed. 2 or 3 nails my cuticles would be cut up. I don't like that. So I go really slow around the cuticle area. I don't stay in the cuticle area, but I do come back to it just to make sure there's a good seeable separation between the cuticle, the nail bed, and the acrylic, because if your acrylic is on the cuticle, it most likely will live. So you want to make sure that you have that area nice and clean of any acrylic. Excuse me. I know some clients don't like that, but just inform them, hey, if I leave acrylic in your cuticles, you most likely will have lifting even come off. It might not come off, but most definitely you'll probably have lifting. So I just go over it, making sure that I can see it. Sometimes the client might not be able to see it, but as long as I see the separation, I'm satisfied with it. And then I'll just look at the nail from all different angles, making sure that it's smooth. I don't have any lumps, bumps, indentions, anything. And then I go in with my buffer. I buff on top of the nail and I buff underneath the nail to get any little hanging pieces that might get snagged on anything, your clothes or your hair, because everyone hates that. I know I do. And I have locks, so you can just imagine if I leave stuff up under my nails, I'm pulling hair out and it hurts so bad. So just make sure you buff your nail underneath the nail as well as on top. So once I'm done buffing, I go in with my top coat, and I switch from IDB to Cupa because IDB is not a prime item, so it was taking forever to get here. And I had clients, so I had to go to my local beauty supply store and find me a top coat, and they had Cupa, and I've been hearing a lot of good reviews on it. I do like Cupa. The only thing I do not like about Cupa is the smell. It is very strong and it's something I cannot get used to. But I would definitely pay $8 at my local beauty supply store than pay $10 and sit here and wait for it to come. That's just my opinion. I use a top coat before the spider gel because I put pigment on mine. If you're not using pigment, then you don't really need spider gel. The top coat. But this is the spider gel I use. I did get it from AliExpress. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. It was only $1 and some change. I was gonna get it from Amazon, but I seen $15 and I was like, y'all crazy. Not gonna happen. And then for that little bitty old bottle. The brush I use, I got it from Michaels. I really don't know what size it is. If y'all can tell, hey, go to Michaels and find it. I cut some of the bristles out of it so it can be smaller, because I do use it as my design brush when I'm writing or something like that. And then with the gel, I just drag and go. I don't really try to do a specific design. It just whenever I feel like I'm satisfied with it. I just don't like to leave big spaces in between, so that's it. Once I feel like I'm good to go, I put it in the light and I cure it for 60 seconds. Yeah, that's it. As y'all can see, there's no specific order I'm putting this in. I'm just filling in the blanks. Okay, so once I'm done, I go in and I just wipe up the sides, because they really won't cure. underneath, and then you don't want that stuff to be underneath there. So once I clear it, I get my pigment, and I got my pigment off of AliExpress. It was only a couple dollars. I go in with this old brush that I used to use for acrylic. I dip it in the pigment and I brush it on like so. And once I'm satisfied with how I got it on there, I go in and I brush it off. I spent too much time doing this in this video, y'all. And it's only because of the practice hand. It was just so, it's just everything stuck to it because it's pigment, and the practice hand is I can't think of it right now, but I went in with some acetone and cleaned it up a little bit, and then I took my duster brush and I just swept it off a little bit more. Like I said, I spent a little bit too much time on it, especially recording this. But yeah, this is it, guys. If y'all have any questions, concerns, want to see me do something else, a different design in the spider gel, leave it in the comments and I will be sure that I do some more videos. I'm trying to get better at this video thing, so be looking out for more videos from me. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please tell your friends, family, whoever is interested in doing nails. I'm really trying to get on this YouTube a lot more, because I know it's a lot of people out there who really can't afford to go to school, even though you do need to go to school. But doing nails might help you pay for school, honestly. I'm not gonna sit there and lie. Hey, start doing videos. Practice, everyone. You doing nails, practice. You see a design you might like, show your nail tech. I'm pretty sure they can do it. If not, let them know. They might get this stuff for you. Whatever. Like I said, if y'all got any questions, concerns, comments, leave them below. I reply back soon as I get the email that someone left a comment. And y'all, this is the finishing look. Okay, I did not cure it because I just spent too much time cleaning up the pigment from the nail. So I cured it after the video, but y'all, this is the finishing look. It is so pretty. Like, I love it. Thank y'all guys so much for watching again.